Congressman Adam Schiff is the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee and joins me now. A lot to unpack here. First of all, an unusual choreography. I don't think I've ever seen a foreign leader with Queen Rania as well as the First Lady in the room there. They are going off, we understand, to a charter school, a girls' charter school. I think it is a public charter school here in D.C., the Excel Charter School, we'll be checking on that. So they will be visiting an education facility with Betsy DeVos, the education secretary. But Congressman Schiff, what about the chemical attack and the evidence that was shown at the UN Security Council? So far, no criticism of Russia, which is a partner with the Assad regime.
Well, that's exactly right. Russia is really the enabler of the Assad regime. Russia has been a participant in the bombing of civilians in places like Aleppo, and now they're helping to provide cover for the Assad regime, having once again gassed its own people. It's deplorable. I think the administration needs to speak frankly about this and acknowledge Russia's complicity. But more than that, Russia brokered this deal where Assad was supposed to give up his chemical weapons. Obviously, that didn't happen, certainly not completely. And we need to communicate to Russia that if Russia isn't going to get its client to stop gassing his own people, then we're going to have to. And I think we ought to look at recommendations General Petraeus and others have made about how we can take steps, if necessary, to ground Assad's air force, either ourselves or support others who can do that. But the world can't stand by where this dictator commits war crimes against his people in this way.
Senator Chris Murphy was just on. I don't know if you heard that he suggested that Secretary Tillerson should postpone his trip to Moscow next week, that Vladimir Putin should not be rewarded with a high-profile visit from the Secretary of State. You could also argue that this is the very time when he should be confronting Putin, if that's what they plan to do. What do you think the Secretary of State should do now?
Well, you know, first of all, I think the Secretary of State ought to retract the comments that he made that suggested somehow the Syrian people should be left to their own devices to decide Assad's fate, as if Russia is not there, Iran is not there, Hezbollah is not there. The Syrian people aren't making this decision. They're having Assad and his reign continue to be foisted on them by these external powers. So I think he ought to retract what he has said. I think the U.S., and I'm very much in agreement with John McCain on this, ought to maintain the policy that Assad has to go, because at the end of the day, this fighting isn't going to end as long as he's there. The bloodshed will, the gassing of the Syrian people will. So that's the kind of change of course I would like to see Mr. Tillerson take, but I'm not particularly encouraged by the comments I've heard from him.
And what about the decision to go to Moscow?
Well, I would agree with Senator Murphy. This is not the time to be rewarding Russians with a high-profile visit unless the Secretary makes it very clear he's there to deliver an ultimatum to the Russians, basically, get your client to stop gassing his own people or you're going to force us to act. It doesn't sound like that's where Secretary Tillerson is coming from, and we have no idea where the President is coming from on this. But they do need to exercise some leadership here, and these sort of cryptic tweets or statements, whether it's about North Korea or about Russia, don't demonstrate any kind of a coherent policy. I'm hoping that the shakeup we're seeing with McMaster taking more control of the National Security Council will result in a more coherent policy before we have too many more crises at our doorstep.
Do you think in any way that Steve Bannon or that this shakeup is connected to Devin Nunes's visit to the NSC at the White House and all of that? Do you have any information on that?
I don't know. It's certainly possible that General McMaster was less than pleased by Ezra Cohen's reported role in the production of these materials that were then given to the chairman. This is someone that reportedly McMaster had wanted to fire. McMaster was supposed to have control over the hiring and firing within the NSC, but again, reportedly, and only the White House can answer, it took Bannon and Kushner's intervention to keep Ezra Cohen in that role. Maybe this is part of the fallout from that. I don't know. Only the White House can really answer that question.
Speaking of national security advisors, there's the former national security advisor, Susan Rice, whom we interviewed yesterday. And now, is she being placed on a witness list? There's talk from Republicans on your committee that they want her to testify.
You know, we are more than willing to welcome anyone to testify on anything that's pertinent to our oversight. I'm not going to talk about specific witnesses in terms of the...
Well, is she pertinent to the oversight? How is the issue of unmasking of officials from the transition pertinent to the oversight of the investigation into Russia?
Well, you know, it's not really pertinent to the Russia investigation, except where there were any incidences of incidental collection that bears on whether the Trump team colluded with the Russians. But I can't go into the content of any of those documents that I was shown at the White House, so I can't tell you whether any particular person would be relevant to that oversight. I can tell you that I remain convinced after seeing these materials, after listening to agency heads and other witnesses, there is still no truth, no proof, no evidence whatsoever to support the president's accusations against his predecessor. I do think that this is largely a White House effort to distract our attention and focus from that issue of collusion or coordination between the campaign, the Russian intervention in our election. There have been for quite some time, civil libertarian concerns about incidental collection. I think they're trying to exploit those concerns, and once again, just trying a personal attack on Susan Rice, which the Breitbart crowd always loves. It's a tried and true formula to go after Susan Rice, but we remain resolute with our focus on what matters most to the American people, and that's getting to the bottom of the Russian intervention in our election and whether they had the help of people on the Trump campaign.
The Wall Street Journal is quoting Republicans with connections to the Republican members of your committee, saying that it was not Susan Rice who requested the unmasking of Mike Flynn during the transition. Now, I know you can't speak to that on the record, but or off the record for that matter, but from what you have seen, can you say whether or not you saw anything inappropriate in the requests that she made?
You can't tell whether anything is appropriate or inappropriate from looking at documents that involve incidental collection, because, of course, you have to be able to ask the agencies whether any of the names were requested to be unmasked, what the criteria was in deciding whether any of them should be unmasked. That's not information you can glean from reading any documents. But vis-a-vis Michael Flynn, I will say this. The person that is in the best position to talk about the events that led up to his firing is Sally Yates. She is more than willing to testify. We have asked her to testify. The White House says, at least publicly, they want her to testify. There is a letter sitting on the desk of my chairman that I have signed requesting that hearing to be rescheduled, and we are waiting for a response. That will give the public the best insights in just what led to Michael Flynn's firing.
So the White House is not asserting executive privilege?
Well, according to Sean Spicer, they are more than happy to have Susan Rice testify. So in this instance, let's take Sean Spicer at his word and put that to the test. Sean Spicer has said that he would like Sally Yates to testify. So let's hold Sean Spicer to his word. Let's bring her in and allow her to tell the American people just what led to Michael Flynn's firing and what she may know about any conversation he had with the Russian ambassador on the subject of relief from Obama sanctions on Russia over its intervention to help Donald Trump.
So what's the holdup?
Well, just one signature at this point. We want Sally Yates to come back in. We need the majority to reschedule the hearing. They said that they were only postponing, but as yet we have not received their commitment to do so.
Congressman Adam Schiff, thank you as always.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.